Hi, this is Infrareddy. You're watching my paranormal channel. Welcome to Gadget of the Week. So this is a fourth episode. This week we'll be looking at one of our full spectrum cameras in a little bit more detail. So basically, full spectrum camera is basically a camera or camcorder that's been modified to allow it to see a little bit of ultraviolet and infrared. So that's in addition to the red, green and blue colours that our eyes see. So to achieve that, there's a very tiny filter. This is called a hot mirror. So the job of a hot mirror is to reflect or absorb the infrared and the ultraviolet light, which is unwanted by the camcorder sensor. So that allows it to replicate how our eyes see. So basically we remove and replace that. So it allows the camera to yield ultraviolet, red, green and blue and infrared. So that has several advantages. It allows the camera to pick up infrared off illuminators during the dark. So it basically makes the camera or camcorder night vision capable. So ultraviolet wise, a lot of people ask questions about ultraviolet. Obviously ultraviolet can be quite dangerous if you're unsure what you're dealing with, because it can burn the skin, can damage your eyes, etc. Unfortunately in most camcorders, the glass in the lens, unbeknown to a lot of people, it actually filters out a large amount of ultraviolet. So ultraviolet illuminators are rarely very effective. You know, whilst they're good at fluorescing white objects like you used to see in discos, etc., if you went in a white shirt or your pearly white teeth, ultraviolet would tend to avoid and stick with the infrared. So we actually adapt these camcorders as well, so you can fit filters on the end. Advantages of filters: you can actually fit a colour corrector, so you can use the camcorder for filming documentaries of yourself or for personal use, you know, filming the kids when you're away on holiday, etc. You can also add an infrared only filter, which is great for daytime investigations. So basically that isolates the infrared light and it removes all the coloured light actually hitting the camera's sensor. So all that bright light that basically bleaches out the activity in the day, it will actually leave you with the infrared light where a lot of activity is said to be apparent. So V380, excellent camcorder, one of the flagship camcorders from Panasonic. One of the features we like of this camcorder, you'll see I've got my smartphone here as well, so picture in picture in the bottom corner. So if you're on your Invest, you can place a K2, so you usually film the K2 meter a little bit like that, but what you can do is you can actually film from a broader area, and then when you've got your smartphone set up, you can have your smartphone set up, and as you'll see there in the bottom corner, like you've got the K2 picture in picture, or you can include yourself, or you know, you can start looking around the room. So brilliant concept, you know, really advanced feature, nice feature like you see on TV, celebrity ghost hunts, etc. Pun. And yeah, great feature. You can also hotspot from your phone, and if you've got I think it's a Ustream account, you can actually stream directly to the web using this. So some of the features that it's got an excellent 90 times optical zoom with image stabilization, so you can get really close into the detail. So excellent zoom coverage. It's got full touch screen, so no looking for little fiddly buttons in the dark. It can all be accessed there via the controls on the screen itself. So the setup can be done just by simply touching the screen. So it's in automatic mode there, so you can flip it to manual, where it boasts a wealth of controls, so you can adjust the focus manually. You've also got the white balance, so as we've said before, on some of the other tutorials you may have seen. I'll just try and flip that up and do two things at once. Basically, yeah, you can get your white balance control, and you can select auto white balance, or you can do the different effects. So if I just flip the screen, I just need to focus that actually. So I'll just put that in into manual focus mode. I'll just bring the focus in to focus that nicely. So white balance, if I just pop out the lights, I've got a little bit of infrared in the background, so as you can see it's quite sensitive. If I flip through some of these modes, you see the pink colours and the purple hues, or we can take a white balance reading, and if we do that it will settle into a nice monochrome image. So you'll see the sensors on the phone being picked up there, the face recognition flashing away. So I'll just put the lights back on for now. We'll do an outdoor part of the demo in a moment. So as you can see, the white balance, because it's been set for infrared light, I can now just flip back through these and then that'll settle in. It's quite a nice control because it gives it, under LED light you're getting a really good representation of standard colours. So I was just say, you can link up to your smartphone, live stream, picture in picture. So earlier in the demo we spoke about infrared illuminators. It's one of the great compact illuminators we tend to advise to use. Either plugs in to a 12 volt mains adapter or into an 8AA battery pack. So in order to set this up, we get this swing arm, then we basically screw this into the base of the camcorder. Still retain the ability to mount to a tripod if you'd like. We'll set it so it doesn't foul the screen, so it sits out of the range of the lens, but out of the screen, so you can comfortably hold the handle. So great compact setup, excellent powerful infrared, so that can be angled as well upwards. So we'll just take it outside, and when we get there we'll show you how it performs in the dark. So we're now outdoors, so this is just to show you how effective the illuminator is outside. It's got a really good distance on, so it's great for outdoor spaces. And the batteries are a little bit weak at the minute on this pack. The range is usually quite a lot better. Just go down the side of the house. So you'll see that's probably about at least 5 metres. So now we'll go back indoors. So indoors, the illuminator, as you'll see, is really bright. The focus retains very sharp. Even when the camera's moving, the optical image stabilisation works really well. So you get a really nice, clear lit, even night vision shot. So as I say, we'll just take you back into manual mode, and we'll work through some of those different white balance settings. So see it take on the blue, purple, pink hues, and then this one which basically is the monochrome. So we like that effect personally. That's saying all of these effects down to personal choice, really, personal preference. Some people prefer the blues, the tungsten settings rather than incandescent settings. So you can easily take a white balance reading by clicking the white balance setting and balancing the white up, so you get this nice monochrome effect.